top 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you should probably be picking up for 2021. Now, I'm going to explain a couple things on some of these choices, because I think that some of these are both good and bad to pick up, and that's saying something, because some of these are time sensitive. It depends on what kind of events that you have going forward and whatnot with that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you don't miss out on any more of these cool little discussions by making sure you're subscribed. And let's dig on into another round of discussion. Top 5s, shall we? Number 1 on our list of pickups here is actually going to be the Dogmatica package. Now, this one I would say is time sensitive, because as soon as they reprint those Nadir Servants, they crash in value. Now, if you're planning on playing remote duel events, or if you're worried about a ban list in March, here's what I'm going to tell you about this. This engine is the best splashable engine that we've seen since Invoked. All right, Altergeist. Oh man, I think every rogue deck has tried to play Ecclesia, Nadir Servant, and Punishment to a degree. It gives these decks extra control variance to ensure their metagame place. Now, my problem with this is you're walled behind $83, $85 copies of Nadir Servant, and that's not good news for everybody that wants to pick that up. So I'm just going to say this. If you're planning on playing Rogue, if you have events and you want something good, pick this up. But it is incredibly time sensitive, because you are going to lose value on these cards very, very quickly. Alright, so yes, Rogue package, excellent control options, the ability to have a good +1 engine, all at the hands of $300 and an engine, because 3 Ecclesia, if you're going down that path, are 20 a piece. The floor, actually it's more than that, because you got 240 in the Nadirs. You've got the Ecclesias at 20s, the floors at 20s. Oh god, that's like $340. That's way worse than I thought it was. If you can deal with or do without this package, you're past your prime to pick this up. But for deck building and advancement of strategies, it depends on your situation. You might want to hold on. There are better options on this list. Number 2 here is actually going to be Prank Kids. And I was thinking about this earlier in the day. I was like, good decks that you can pick up long term that aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg. I was looking at Prank Kids and I was like, well, technically, once events resume, this deck is really good at angering people in time. So you automatically win in time if your Prank Kids deck gets to go for it. So you automatically have a good matchup there. Meow Meow has turned your deck into a 1-card engine, which means that you're going to be able to fully capitalize and build boards for little to no effort. Some hand traps can ruin your day, but that's not an issue, because once again, you're the king of 1-card engines. So you've got time on down, you've got consistency under your belt, and I mean, your field spell isn't a lot of money, right? Like Prank Kids places, besides like Ash Blossoms, Imperms, the hand traps that you want to put into the deck, you're not looking at a lot of money. And I'm like 100% sure that we're not going to see Prank Kids get hit on any ban list, because this deck is in like 1.5 to tier 2 in that category of going back and forth. So your investment isn't going to get hurt all that much, right? Like, I don't foresee an issue. Like, if I was getting into the game, and I hate to say this because like the deck's price point is good for entry level, right? But the issue becomes like, there's some 800 IQ plays that you have to do with this deck. Like, your new Yu-Gi-Oh! Nooblet might not be able to understand the sophistication of these boards. So I guess it's your trade-off. It's a low cost, but the deck's skill curve is much higher than it should be. Alright, so I think the Prank Kids are probably a good place to start if you're underneath budgetary options. Alright, so that's good news. Number 3 on our list here is Code Talkers. Now, Firewall just got the errata in the OCG, which means come March, he's coming. He's going to walk back on in here and go, Firewall Dragon, and he's going to do nothing. Now, I say Code Talkers because we are missing the OCG has pretty much full power Code Talker. Alright, like, they have the Firewall errata, which helped the deck immensely. Alright, this deck can still U-Link. By the way, fun fact in 2020 and 2021 here, getting U-Linked just means that you can't link summon. Alright, I do need to point that out. U-Linking still exists in the game as a concept, but it's that. So I put Code Talker on this list because of Firewall coming back. We have a draw card that we don't actually have yet here. We saw a prototype version of Code Talker actually succeed at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Day earlier in the year. Do you guys remember that list? We covered it, and I really liked what that deck brought to the table. So once we get these other pieces of stuff here, I do think that having everything Code Talker related will put you in a good position. Robbie, what do we need for Code Talker? The microcoders. All of this fun, fancy stuff. Go look at the Code Talker list that we uploaded a while back that succeeded and did well. Alright, go look at some OCG list. It's very interesting that this engine in mid-2021 could take off and be a very good, solid rogue pick. It's just, we need those last couple of missing cards, and when we get there, though, this isn't like real money you'd be spending on this pickup. So that's something to look at, is the overall potential behind Code Talkers. I do think it's there, and once we head on into later in the year, in 2021, we'll see if there is an impact on that. Next up here is Brigade. Now, Brigade as a whole, it depends on which pieces you want and how you would aim to use them. I think that Brigade is really good at boosting rogue decks. And I say rogue, I mean they have good interactions with Melfi. You have interactions with Blackwings, which help them out a little bit. There's a couple of other things, not so much Fire Fist, but there's the entire Beast Warrior engine as a whole that you have access to through this package. And once reprints come, the stuff will go down. I don't feel too bad about picking it up right now. I put this as a notion because the only other place I can think of that they'd want to reprint Brigade would be in August, early September for the Megatins in 2021, which gives you 8 months of play time with the engine, which isn't horrible. So if you're planning on playing something that's splashable for Brigade, I would go aim to pick that up now. We are getting the level 2 in January, early February, which means that you can do some cool little combos with Kit. I believe Kit's the level 2. So, and then we also get the Brigade Link Monster, which would be in, I think, April, early May, which also boosts playtime. So, actually, over the next 2 sets, you get some really good improvements for the engine, which means that in May, June, or July, if you want to have already gotten this stuff, you're good, because it just takes one stupid buyout for this stuff to go bonkers. So, are we hitting it early? Yeah, I'm saying probably about 6 months of early hang time, actually. So, do with that what you will. I think the Brigade's got some pretty cool potential going forward here. We'll have to wait and see, though. And then last but not least, the number one thing I think that you should probably be looking at picking up right now is actually Zephyr. Now, I say this with a little bit of a question mark because I'm not quite sure how much Pot of Disparities are going to cost. I think that the overall cost basis of Pot of Disparity is going to be your biggest price point for this. Once we get Pot of Disparity, Zephyrs actually gain a lot of momentum. Alright, I've watching Uzman play this deck, and it's like poetry. It's such a cool deck to watch in the right player's hands. And Pot of Disparity is one of the missing pieces that the deck needs. Getting that stupid Pot of Duality for no cost to the deck. Okay, 3 extra deck cards, sure. Alright, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. Pot of Disparity is going to boost a lot of decks. Alright, it's not going to just be Zephyr. It's just, I was looking at price point of Zephyr the other day, I was like, this isn't bad. This is like Metaphys Horus and stuff like that. Just, I would make sure I have the Zephyr core. Pendulum's best deck, right? And once again, Zephyr Path, making it so that both players can only special summon from the hands and the extra decks yeah, it's good. All right. It also helps your stupid Eldritch matchup because you don't have to worry about Hugware. You don't have to worry about Conk. The only thing you have to worry about is the Golden Lord killing stuff. All right, which shouldn't be a problem because you've already got Providence protecting you. All right, so I would probably look at picking that up. All right, so those are the top 5 things I would aim to pick up for 2021. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll see your beautiful faces later on in the day. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.